Hi there, welcome to the Allied Mix Farm channel. It's Arthur here. Today I would like to take you through pineapple farming and primarily guiding you to know about the different types of pineapples that we have actually in Uganda that are normally grown. Now, pineapples, as I've told you in other clips, is a tropical fruit that does well in the tropical climate, and it's a crop that can actually grow well in most parts of the country, but mainly prefers loamy soils to be able to grow well. Pineapple is a crop that is propagated vegetatively. You have to plant the suckers in order to get another pineapple off it. And normally, as you set up your garden, you are sure to start having quite multiple suckers that you can actually be able to use to expand your garden. In Uganda, we have three main varieties, actually even across East Africa. One, we have the smooth cayenne, we have the MD2 variety, and then we also have the Queen's variety. Now, it's important to know the difference between the three. Starting with the smooth cayenne, it's a variety that can grow and give you quite big fruit. By its nature, once it's planted in a very good soil, it can really give you very big yield, and therefore mostly preferred by farmers in Uganda. It can multiply quite easily by providing many slips. Once you plant it, when you reach the point of harvesting, you'll find that on the pineapple itself, underneath the pineapple, at the base of the pineapple, it gives out so many, slips, and this helps you to be able to propagate and expand on your garden. That's why I say that when you're having this variety, you should plant it using the spacing of 1.5 feet from one sucker to another within the row, and 2 feet from one line to the other, because it expands, it gives out so many shoots, and it really needs enough soil to be able to give you that big pineapple, but also to anchor very well. Now, it's also a crop that can last up to 4 years as you keep on harvesting. Remember, once you harvest the first round, you will take at approximately 11 to 12 months and then get another round of pineapples. Once you look after your garden properly, you'll be able to add manure, goat manure, rabbit manure, or cow dung, and therefore keep the soil health very good and rich, and it will be able to grow and keep on providing you with pineapples. It's the most preferred pineapple, as I've told you, in Uganda, and its characteristics is that it has thorns at the tip of its leaves. Once it's growing, at the lower part it doesn't have thorns, but it always have thorns at the tips. So if you're out there and you're trying to identify the variety and you want to make sure that you're not being given a wrong type, you have to make sure that you look at those slips that have thorns at the tip of the leaves. That's its unique characteristic, especially as you're looking at it physically without a pineapple. Then the second variety we have is the MD2 variety. Now, this is a variety that originated from Malaysia. It's mainly grown in Kenya, but in Uganda we have farmers that also have it. It's also equally a fruit that grows big in size. It also takes the same time in terms of duration of growth, and also it can put on a big fruit, as I've told you. It has a lot of seedlings, if I could say so, or suckers that are slips as well, which you'll always harvest and be able to propagate. Some will find the suckers coming down from the base of the plant, and those are the ones which will normally give you the second fruit or third fruit. But if you want to harvest and remove the extra ones as seedlings, then you'll have to remove those that are at the base of the pineapple. Those are called the slips. And those are the ones which are normally given out to farmers. The excess suckers that are coming down, unless if it gives out 3 or 4 and you want to thin and maintain those that you feel the soil health that you have can be able to maintain and give you a good size, then you can thin the suckers. But in most cases, you'll only be able to get the slips. So it also gives out a number of slips, and you can be able to use it to propagate, and therefore multiplies easily, and can also harvested up to 3 times under proper management. By its nature, the MD2 variety does not have thorns at all. It's smooth all the way. And that's how you can tell the difference between the smooth cayenne variety and the MD2 variety. Then the last variety that we normally have in East Africa is what they call the Queen variety. Now, Queen variety is the original, pineapples that we used to have in the past. Those are the ones you could see. They are yellow, small, but very sweet. The unfortunate bit of it is that for its characteristics, it has thorns all the way. and therefore it can be very itchy once in the gardens. Also, the variety is small, and you know, people sometimes when they're spending their money, they want to buy a fruit which is big. But also, the unique thing about the Queen's variety is that once you plant it, it does not produce suckers for you to get a second round or third round. Once you plant it, that's it. You have to be able to get these other limited crowns and so forth and be able to propagate it afresh. So you'll find that even farmers within Uganda, those who have big farms of pineapples, whenever they discover that there are those remnants of the Queen's variety, they always uproot it and put it on a rocky place to dry, because for them it does not make any business sense. Maybe for those that are planning to grow it, targeting the export market, you know, those markets that normally say we want a smaller size of a certain kilogram, half kg or a kg, then you can go for that. But for the smooth cayenne, the MD2 varieties, those are cultivars that really grow into big sizes. And therefore, you'll enjoy them, you can be able to make your juices and so forth. Also, the export market for those that might want the big ones. If they cannot go to certain markets, maybe Europe or USA, then you can maybe look at maybe the Middle East, who may not necessarily mind about the size of the pineapple. And so, you will need, again, to plant properly as you decide on the type of pineapple that you'd want to grow. Now that you know the 3 types of varieties, you are able to choose and see which one works well for you. Thank you so much. These are some of the ideas and information we would like to share with you, because then it helps you to make an informed decision, especially if you want to go into pineapple farming. Here at Lad Mix Farm, we have pineapples and also pineapple suckers if you want to be able to grow your own. Please reach out to us using the WhatsApp number that is indicated on the screen, and we shall be able to get in touch. It's a crop, once you propagate, you'll really be happy. It will always bring in some income. This is when you plant and you've started harvesting. Remember, because of these leaves are not all of the same age and size, so when they are flowering, they flower in stages, even if you have planted 1 acre. Meaning, once you start harvesting, it takes you time as you continue harvesting. It can even take up to 3 months. And before you know it all, the other ones that developed the secondary suckers, they are already beginning to grow. And in no time, let's say 11 to 12 months, you start seeing another round of fruit coming up. So why not? Let's embrace pineapple farming. If you're in the northern part of Uganda, for us, we are basically in Nowhere here. We have the pineapple gardens and the suckers. Feel free to reach out to us and also grow this fruit, and you'll not regret it. Thank you very much.